Virgos, you have the King of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So these cards right here are all about how you Virgos are very much so are in a better position. You Virgos are you're very much more patient right now. You know, as Virgos, sometimes we can get ourselves like Sagittarius in a panic where we allow ourselves to panic and be all over the place sometimes. Now, we're not allowing that to happen to us right now. We're very much so, we have a peace of mind. We definitely have our mentality working for us, right? Our mind working for us. The King of Pentacles, however, represents, you already know when it comes to the games, it don't stop. So if you have anybody right now in your life, Virgo, that is getting on your nerves, it's time for you to let them go, because those individuals are not going to stop playing with you. They're not going to stop playing games with you. What's going to happen is they're constantly going to do things to get on your nerves and get in your way. And what I mean by that is, just because you're at peace does not necessarily mean that people still are not up in your business, looking, checking in, trying to be nosy, trying to find out what's going on with you and trying to get you upset. Y'all already know what it is I've said about Virgos and how sometimes people like to get us upset. Well, that's the scenario, right? People like to get us Virgos upset and like to, and they basically like to go above and beyond, and they like to get super disrespectful sometimes. But you have someone, like I said, you have some people they want to know what you're up to constantly. And if you Virgos want to make it somewhere in life, you really don't want to have those types of people around you, because all it is that they're going to do is do things to get on your nerves. So now the Devil in the Seven of Wands is all about how, since that's the case, you Virgos, to them, in their eyes, they're always going to try to paint you into a corner and make it seem like you Virgos are the villains of the story. So that just goes to show you where people's mind is. You Virgos are fresh off of having to do the shadow work, right? Because Virgo in the major arcana is represented by the Magician, but it's also represented by the Hermit. And the Hermit represents shadow work, right? But in certain illustrations, the Hermit represents a person or an angel that's up on a mountain, right, with the shadow casted on the wall, trying to figure out who they are. You understand what I'm saying? So you Virgos are fresh off of, look, King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, fresh off of having an emotional breakdown to now build yourselves back up to be even stronger, better than where you were. And here this person comes immediately trying to make a narrative and trying to make it seem like you ain't this and you ain't that, and you're trash and you're garbage and all of this and all of that. Here they come with this nonsense. So now the thing about it is that the Seven of Wands is all about how, so you Virgos have to understand that you got to get rid of some people around you who seem to be getting on your nerves. You got to get rid of those people. You have to. And the reason why I'm saying that in the first place is because you Virgos need to understand that. Sorry about that. You Virgos need to understand that. Just picking something up that shouldn't be there. Battery. But you Virgos need to understand that you got to get rid of the people in your lives causing you stress, yo. Like, because that's one thing that Virgos and Aquarius and Pisces have in common. Geminis have in common. All of us to a certain extent, really. But those zodiac signs, you know, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo have in common. We have friends around us that they like us and they're in love with us, some of them, and they like us, but they got to be combative. They have to be adversarial. Their approach has to automatically at first have to be adversarial. And it's like, where do they think that they're going with this adversarial approach that they have, that they think that in some sort of world, imaginary world, you're supposed to be able to just accept them for who they are and be okay with it and allow them to just be like that and to be combative, but just to, to have them throw little jabs at you, then you throw little jabs at them, and just have, just have things going well. Like, where exactly do they think exactly this is going to go? Where exactly do they think that what this is? So now the Seven of Wands, so now the thing is that the Six of Cups and the Five of Swords, it represents, again, so now, again, they're coming back. And that's one of the things that us as Virgos and Geminis, if there's any Geminis listening, and Aquarius and even Pisces. Yeah, I guess you could say, yeah, you could say that. We have that problem. It's the idea that, again, the confusion, this, people real time, and I've been saying it a number of times, when it comes to some people get it, okay, these are our friends. Then some people get it, oh, okay, can't rock with Virgos, us Virgos can't rock with them. But then you have some people who they us as Virgos, we get a bad rep because everybody is always thinking that we're gonna play them. You know what I mean? Even when we're not, even when we're showing them our underbelly, and we're letting them know, hey, listen, this is a partnership, so I'm telling you my moves. They still don't believe that. They still don't believe that you Virgos actually mean them well. And us as Virgos, we get a bad rep for that, because can Virgos be players? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Virgos can be players. I'm a testament to that. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to, I can, if I want to, all it is that I need to do is get close enough to somebody. And if I get close enough to them, I can play the games. But is that something that I raise my hand to do? No. Why? Because I saw at a very young age that a lot of people don't think about the what then, or the and then. I could waste my time playing games with somebody, and it ends up backfiring on me later down the road. Or I could be 100 with them, and maybe they may betray me, but they can't say that I didn't be honest with them and transparent with them. So now the ball is usually, like I said, the ball is in their court. So if they decide that they want to wild out, that's their problem. What I have to do is make sure that I'm good, stay away from them afterwards. So the Six of Cups and the Five of Swords represents, again, us as Virgos, we're players and all of that, but then these people still trying to contact us, find out what's going on, see if we're okay. But they were the same individuals that, right, Five of Swords, but they were the same individuals that made us feel rejected, or had us feel rejected when they started to play those games. Because it is a rejection. It is somebody who's playing running games on you. They playing with your emotions. They playing with your time. They playing with your mind. They getting disrespectful. Why? Why are they getting so disrespectful for? They're getting disrespectful because this is something that they feel like if they don't do that to you Virgos, then you Virgos will ultimately do that to them. But again, Virgo is a mixed bag. So it's like, and I'm a Virgo speaking this, and I have a Pisces ascendant. You know what I mean? And I got Aquarius in my chart and all of that. I don't have Gemini. But that, the need to find something wrong that hasn't even happened yet, nor am I giving you any kind of reason to get you to think that it will happen. It's crazy, right? And that's one thing that, as a stigma, Virgos really got to walk around with. Thus, the reason why it is that you Virgos got to get away from them, because like it is, I said before, when it comes to Virgo, a lot of people, like I said, they spend so much time thinking the worst of us constantly. It's always this ideology of we're players. Again, just because it is, look, man, with a Virgo, just because a person has a Virgo, right, does not necessarily mean that the Virgo will cheat. A Virgo could have 1,000,001 options. And if the Virgo is in love with you and they rock with you and they haven't given you any reason to think, the Virgo could interact with a person that sometimes they don't even know that a person is romantically interested in them. and still talk to that person. Because Virgo doesn't have this xenophobia. That's not what Virgo represents. Virgo doesn't have the xenophobia of talking to people. Neither does Gemini. Neither does Pisces. Neither does Aquarius. Neither does Gemini. Neither does Libra might. But you know what I mean? But there's not a lot of that. So it's like we'll talk to anybody that we see fit to talk to of our own judgment. So a Virgo on either side, regardless of whatever you into, can talk to somebody and not necessarily look at that person, not even know sometimes that person is romantically interested in us, and still talk to them and still be kind, compassionate, considerate to that person, and that person may be interested in us. But the person who's dating us, if they end up getting wild, if they end up start spazzing out and start thinking to themselves that we doing something, no matter what it is that us as Virgos say, they're going to be doing something. And this is what I mean when I say the Chariot. It's because people will see the delusions of whatever it is that they want to see in us, instead of them rocking with us and actually asking us what's going on, and them calming themselves down and to realize that us Virgos don't really have any, you know what I mean, any kind of, I don't know, any kind of like magic tricks in our hand, any kind of cards, or, you know, like street magic tricks, or bag of gimmicks in our hand, that yes, we have it up our sleeves, but we're not using them on you. That'll always be another person's problem that they project onto us. And it goes to show you that, like I said, the level of confusion. And I'm not talking about what side of the fence they on. I'm talking about level of confusion in the sense that they're warped. Because now the Page of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles represents us as Virgos. Now we are the ones that got to stand tall in this type of nonsense, where a lot of people tend to be delusional and lose their minds, and we got to be the ones that's the bigger person, even though these individuals, like I said, they don't know whether or not they're coming or going. They want us, but then at the same time, it's like, you know, they have to control us because they automatically think that we're up to no good. And it's like, we're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, like, we can be mischievous if that's something that we want to do, but like, you wouldn't know, and even if you did know, we, us as Virgos, would craft it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I really got to start doing more videos on Virgo, because people don't really know. Like, if a Virgo is smart and we know what it is that we're doing, we can craft an entire illusion around you, and you may not even know what's real and what's fake. So if we wanted to, we could. But again, this is what I'm trying to say when I say that a lot of people don't even accuse us of running game on them, even when we're not necessarily doing that. So it's like we're always going to get a bad rep. But again, when people decide to wild out in their fit of emotion, in their fit of rage, emotion, because they think that we about to level up or jump ship to another person or whatnot, because we ruled by Mercury, and, you know, Mercury to be mercurial and that, and to be fickle and stuff like this. They think that we being fickle with them, and that's not even the case. So now, even though we the ones that's keeping it 100 with them and showing them our underbelly, we now got to be the ones to pick up the pieces after these people actually spaz out on us and betray us and show us why it is that they're not trustworthy. And then now all of a sudden we're the problem. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. And I didn't mean to go on a rant here. I'm just saying, just to kind of let some cross watchers know, and to let the Virgos know about themselves a little bit more. Because like, people be like Virgo is one of the most secretive zodiac signs. There's not a whole lot about Virgos. And I just feel like, not even feel, I know for a fact, I feel and I know that There's so much out there on Gemini to a certain extent. There's so much to a certain extent. There's so much out there on Aries and these other zodiac signs. It's time for Virgos to start actually speaking up to make things clear, because if you allow it to these individuals who don't even know what it feels like to be a Virgo, or they may have Virgo placements, but they don't even know how to express that level of complexity. These will be people that will be completely gone, lost in the sauce, because they don't even understand, and they just want to blame people for stuff that ain't have anything to do with them. So to clarify the Six of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. So again, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, this is what has them coming back, because they doing it to themselves because of the fact that they changed. They flip-flop off of the scenario, off of the fact that they started spazzing out, wilding out, going crazy. So now what happens is that as Virgos now, we are supposed to be the ones now, because after they spaz out, convince themselves that there's something wrong in the relationship, the interactions, the friendships, the family, right? The family ships, the romantic relationships. After they convince themselves that there's something wrong, then they betray you, then they come back, and then they expect it to be like, oh, okay, well, we still cool, right? And it's like, no, because that's your problem if you can't mentally pull yourself together. And the Five of Pentacles represents, again, leave them alone is what the cards are saying. Leave them alone, because like I said before, when it comes to Virgo, there needs to be a level of strength, because if you easily get shifted, the more you think you know, and I've said this off camera so many times, the more you think you know about a Virgo, the less you actually do. Stop trying to think you know about what a Virgo is and know. Right? So let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles now. The World, the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Three of Cups, right? I'm going to show you the cards. So to clarify the Nine of Pentacles, you have the World and the Three of Wands. So these two cards right here are all about how, again, us standing tall, but this is our time now as Virgos. And what I mean by that is take care of yourselves. You know, when people start wilding out like this, leave them be, leave them alone. The Six of Wands and the Three of Cups, and go without those people. Leave them. You know what I mean? Leave them. Go talk to new people that aren't, you know, emotionally unstable and wilding out and you know, easily confused all the time. Three of Cups, and a lot of you Virgos are very much so celebrating, you know, and celebrating the fact that, I'm not a huge celebration, but celebrating the fact that your life is a lot more peaceful now. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10K subscribers. We're close. We're very close, Virgo. We're at 9740 some odd. We're almost there. We have 258 more subscribers left to go before we're at 10K. Thank y'all. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.